Hello, beautiful people. My name's Kristen. Thank you for stopping by my channel. I so appreciate it. So you can see what I plan to read in the month of October. You can let me know if you've read any of these or if you want to read them, what you think about them. My nonfiction is going to be Nala's World. This is the adventures, kind of, I think it's going to be like a documentary style of this cat that goes on travel adventures with their owner. And I don't know about you, but cute cat video of them traveling on the kayak or in the car or whatever, I'll stop and watch that. So why not read it? Why not read it? The fiction that was picked for me by my viewers is The Time Traveler's Wife. This is obviously a lot's going to happen in here, but all I know about it is that there is a man who's a time traveler who basically kind of shows up and tells his future wife, hey, you're going to be my future wife, and a bunch of adventures ensues. And that's really all I need to know, because I love that trope of stepping out of time or disrupting the timetable or trying to write history, you know, that's gotten out of balance. Love it. Love it. I'm anticipating that I will really like this book. For my Victober, I have a few things that I'm going to do. So my classics of this month will in fact be for Victober. I am going to attempt Charles Dickens again. I am not a Dickens fan. I have read Oliver Twist and Great Expectations and Tale of Two Cities, and they are fine, but I don't really like Dickens. That's what I've decided. So I'm going to try again because I really want to. I also struggle with Barbara Kingsolver's writing. So I decided this is my ultimate test. I am going to read David Copperfield with an open, clear heart to embrace this story, and then I'm going to read Demon Copperhead and open-hearted see if I can really get into these stories. And I think that's good. This book is heavy. I'm going to put it down. It's a big book, y'all. This is a chunker. Dickens is known for being wordy, and too wordy as far as most people, I think, are concerned. But we will see. I do look forward to trying it out and giving it a go. I also have The House of Seven Gables by Nathaniel Hawthorne, as well as some Wilke Collins short stories that I will be listening to during the month of October. I also have a printed Tales of Terror and the Supernatural by Wilke Collins, which are different than the ones on the audiobook that I downloaded. So I figured this is perfect for that October spooky Halloween kind of vibes. I may or may not get to all of the stories, but I am a huge Wilke Collins fan, which is really funny because Charles Dickens and Wilke Collins were actually really good friends in real life. So the fact that I really love one and I really struggle with the other is interesting to me. Interesting tidbit to me. Now, I read a 5-star amazing book that I somehow didn't even put in my top 10 last year, but I'm telling you that was a mistake. I should have put the Declaration of the Rights of Magicians in my top 10. And this is the sequel. It's a duology, so this is the end of the series, The Radical Act of Free Magic. So what this is it takes well-researched historical facts and stories, and then it's interjects if these people actually had a magic power, like they could raise people from the dead, or they could predict the future, or they could have abilities to fight like Superman kind of thing, right? And so this book is looking at the history of Napoleon. So I'm really excited to read this one. I so appreciated it. You do have to really care more about characters and politics and history versus plot and a lot of action. If you're wanting a lot of action and a lot of details about the magic systems themselves, that's not in these books. But if you like character development and really thinking things through and political twistedness, I think of it as the Count of Monte Cristo. If you like that, I think you will really like these books. I also, in the month of October, because that's not enough yet, I want to read the last Frank Hebert's Dune. This is not the end of the story, though. He passed away before the end of his story, but this is the end of his writing. So I do want to read this one and then go on to where his son and David Anderson completed that story. So hopefully by the end of the year, I'll have the end of Dune. And then I do have book 9 in Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time. This is still considered very much in the slog of the Wheel of Time, but I'm actually enjoying it, I think, a little more than most people, but it is a little too drawn out, not gonna lie. I could definitely do with, how many scenes do we need them traveling, discussing the angst of this? We understand this character, we understand the struggle. Just go ahead and let them get there and let something else happen. That kind of thing. But I do want to definitely get to the conclusion of the story, find out what's gonna happen. I'm willing to hang in there. So we're going to kind of murk our way through that one and muck our way, into the end of that series. I am enjoying the TV show as well. I appreciate some of the choices, but I will say, I want to close by kind of saying this thing that was a weird phenomena that maybe you as readers can help me appreciate. So when I'm reading the book and it talks about the violence, they kill somebody, the knife, comes across the room and impales their chest and they fall, and then they sit there looking at the corpse and saying whatever's going to occur because of this result, and you're in the head of the characters, right? But then when you watch a TV show and they choose to zoom in to the cut, and they show a close-up of the grotesque face, and they don't have the dialogue in the head, so they have to act out, or they have to show different things. I find the TV way more troubling to watch and to be part of that story of way more than the book. And so I don't know fully exactly what that means, but I'm just curious. Do you have a preference or lean towards, I prefer the reading to the TV when it's an action kind of goriness, or, how does that play out? Can you imagine it better or enough, or do you like to see the artistic showing of it? Because I'm definitely invested in the TV show, but I'm just pondering this now because I'm finding that actually watching the show is making me love the books even more. I really appreciate being in the people's heads and the thought process versus seeing it graphically portrayed in front of me. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but I just thought I would throw that out there and ask for any comments or feedbacks that maybe you have, or if you've ever experienced anything like that. But that's it. I mean, it's a lot. Let me put this. I mean, this is a lot. This is a lot, right? This is a lot going on. So we'll see. If some of that slides into November, we're going to go with that. November is Nonfiction November, and that's probably the event out of all of BookTube land that I participate in the fullest. I read the most from. So we'll just let that slide, we'll just keep sliding until we get it done. But those are the things I'm really excited about. So let me know if you've read any of them, or if you're excited about any of them, or which one you look forward to hearing a review about, to know if you want to read it. So I appreciate you stopping by. I hope that you will consider liking, subscribing, being part of the BookTube community with me. Peace, y'all. Have happy reading.